Hey everyone, I am Nixie and welcome to October's manga haul. We have a pretty healthy haul this month. There's a lot of amazing releases that came out this month. So there are a few things to get through. As always, we will be going publisher by publisher. We'll start off with the few random volumes and stuff that I picked up in the month of October. Like I say, we're going to be here for a minute, so grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get into it. So like I say, we'll start off with random publishers. And the first one I was extremely excited for. It was an instant pre-order for me because this is one of my absolute favorite stories ever. And that is the English release of the novel of Define the Relationship. So this is an Omegaverse. They released volumes 1 and 2 of the novel, and I'm so excited that we finally get this, guys. I'm still waiting for obviously the Webtoon, the manga adaptation of it to be released. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we will also get that. But this is by Sublime. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but yeah. So these are nice hardback editions. They also have, I haven't actually taken this out of the wrapping yet, but they also have the colorful edges as well. Yeah, I love this. This is a BL, it's an Omegaverse, and it's alpha, and I love these two so much. It came with some freebies as well, some bonuses as well, and we also get a acrylic standee, some keychains in there as well, and I think it's some postcard things. But yeah, I couldn't believe it when we got the announcement. I was so hyped. I love these two so much. So happy that it's finally released as well. Next, we have volume 2 of Wet Sand as well by Inklaw. I really like the way that they present in this series as well. It feels really nice to hold and read. And then moving on to Square Enix, we have volume 9 of Tokyo Aliens. I really like this series. It's been a lot of fun to read so far, and it's one of the very few series I have in my collection that is purely based around aliens and stuff. If you've got any more alien recommendations, leave them in the comments below, because I'm definitely looking for more alien based stories. We also have volume 2 of Love in the Palm of His Hand. This is a BL as well. I love these covers for these ones. And then moving on to Kuma, we finally, this was delayed for what felt like forever. We finally have the conclusion, volume 3 of Happy of the End. This is a bit of a hard going story. It's only 3 volumes, so it's not a huge commitment, but definitely a more hard to read series. But I really like this author, and I'm just happy that we finally have the conclusion to the story. Next, we'll move on to Dark Horse. A really good release, and one that I have some issues with. So the one I have issues with is Blood Blockade Battlefront. Now, I don't have a problem with the series. I love this cover as well. The issue lies with, what is this print size, Dark Horse? I hate when publishers do this, and honestly, if I'd have done my due diligence to start with, I might not have even picked this up, because it's such a short volume. It's the same size as the Kuma print size, and it's thick. This is a thick boy, and it already has some spine creasing on it. It's not that flexible because the pages are quite short, this way, and so it's not easy to read without breaking the spine. And I am not a spine breaker that really. I don't like to see it. So it's kind of hard to see some of like the speech bubbles like in here, like without really breaking it open. And like that's one of my absolute pet peeves with like manga, is why are we printing such a thick boy in such a small print size? Like there's no need. Like that's my rant anyway. And then another one from Dark Horse, we have one that I'm still not entirely sure how to correctly pronounce it, but Planetes. But this one, the really nice big hardback one, it also has the nice gilded edges as well that we can see here. But this I like how they presented this with the silver, the white, and the like holographic sort of things, and like I say, with the gilded edges. Very excited for this one to get released, so I'm excited to go ahead and read this one as well. It's really nice, like even though these are like obviously quite big and quite heavy, like it really like gets to show off like the artwork really nicely, makes for easier reading because you can like properly like see everything. So I really like the presentation of the hardbacks that Dark Horse do, but please can we just like leave the like tiny print size like out of this? Can we like get rid of this? Can we start a petition or something to like just get rid of it? So that's like Dark Horse, and then we'll move on to Kodansha. We only had a couple of releases from Kodansha that I picked up. The first one was a BL. We have In Love's Key Reprised. So this is just a one shot, and I haven't unwrapped it yet, so we're getting a bit of glare. And then we have a final volume. We have a Sugumi Project Volume 7. I really like this series. It's been such a good series so far, and it's not a huge commitment with it only being 7 volumes as well. The artwork is so like detailed, like the creators put in a lot of like work into like the environments and everything, and I highly recommend this. Something a little different. So this is about a guy who is basically taken off to an island to try and find a bioweapon, and he's basically been framed for some crime, and they said like whoever finds a bioweapon, their like crimes will be, you know, dismissed, written off, blah blah blah. But it's been really good so far, and I do recommend it. Like I say, the artwork is super pretty, not a massive commitment with it being 7 volumes, and yeah, I highly recommend this one. Next we'll move on to Yen Press, because there's not a huge amount of Yen Press releases that I picked up in October. So the first one is we have volume 10, Honey Lemon Soda. If you've seen any of my other videos where I've hauled this, you know this is one of my absolute favorite shoujos. These two have my heart. They're so freaking adorable. I love them so much. Highly recommend it if you want a super cute shoujo. Next we have Hell is Dark with No Flowers, volume 3. There is a novel, but this is the manga that I picked up. And then we have After We Gates at the Starry Sky. This is volume 3, and this is the final part to this series. I really enjoyed this series so far, so I'm happy to have a conclusion, even though it's going to be sad to say goodbye to these. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this one so far as well. And then we have My Beloved Supper, which I was very excited for. Anything vampires, I am in, I am there. And then also I Didn't Know How to Love, which is just a one shot. And that's everything from Yen Press. Like I say, there wasn't actually that many from Yen Press. This month, like 7 Seasons dominated the releases, like how they often do for me. But yeah, let's move on to Sublime, because we've got a few Sublime releases as well. So the first one is Megami and Tsugumi Volume 6. This is a Megaverse. This has been a lot of fun. I like the fact that the Omega is he like doesn't take any shit. Like he is so, like he will stand up for himself, and he will beat anyone into a pulp that stands in his way. But yeah, I really like their two like dynamics together. Next, we have Sleeping on Paper Boats Volume 1. So this is a new series. The artwork in this is so pretty. It's really, really pretty. It kind of reminds me just a tad of Never Let Go, which was released by TokyoPop. I just had to double check that it wasn't the same author. It's not the same author. But yeah, that sort of like delicate but intricate sort of artwork is what kind of like reminds me of the artwork for Never Let Go. But yeah, so this is quite a decent sized volume as well. So I'm excited because there's been a lot of hype around this series as well. Next, we have one of my favorites from Sublime at the minute, and that is Engage Volume 3. So this is part of like a whole bunch of like stories. So it started with Sayonara Nights, Change World, Love Nest, and Love Nest Second. God, I'm forgetting all the titles there. So this is like the next one, which involves some characters that we saw like pop up in those. I really think that the author has gotten better the more like releases that has happened, because Sayonara Nights was kind of like just okay, and Change World for me was just like a little bit like lukewarm from what I remember when I read it. But then I really enjoyed Love Nest Second, and I'm really enjoying Engage as well. I really like these two characters, Narumi as well. I really like his sort of character and how he's an absolute softie. He's an absolute softie for me. But yeah, I really like these two characters as well. Then we have, I think this is the final volume, we have Ask and You Will Receive Volume 3 as well. And that's everything from Sublime that we picked up in October. Next, moving on to TokyoPop. TokyoPop has been coming out with, or it feels like they've been coming out with like a lot of releases recently. And yeah, they seem to be coming thick and fast. Like I kind of reorganized some of my like collection recently, and I ended up moving like my TokyoPop's like selection, and it's almost taking up like a full bookcase like already. So I feel like yeah, they're starting to like ramp up, or they've been ramping up their releases. So first one, we have Star and Hedgehog. And then we have I Wanna Love You, Kiss You, Bite You, which is a bit of a shorter story. And My Fluffy Moody Crush. And then The Love We Share. But I really like, I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, I really love TokyoPop, like how they present their manga, the fact that they have like all the like ratings, like the trigger warnings, everything is clear to see on the back before you even open the page, so you know what you're getting yourself into. I really appreciate that, and I do wish that like more publishers would do that, especially if they are printing manga that have like a lot of trigger warnings. Like I'll say this, like Kuma for example, they've got some like problematic series which like I've been enjoying, but I think people not knowing much about a series and going into it could be like quite shocked or like put off. So I really appreciate that TokyoPop puts that on like the back of their like cover, so it's dead easy to see what you're getting into. Okay, so two publishers are left, people. We are going to move on to Viz, because we've got a few releases from Viz as well actually. The first one is Sakura Sakura. This is volume 8. Absolutely adorable series, same creators as Our Horror Ride, which is one of my all-time favorite shoujos. I loved it. I'm really sad that volume 9 is going to be the last volume for this, because I've really been enjoying this series as well, so I really recommend it if you're a shoujo fan. Next we have In the Name of the Mermaid Princess volume 7. I love all of these covers, like they're so cute, and I love all the different colors that they've been putting on that, and this has been a good series as well. And then we have volume 4 of Colette Decides to Die, and also volume, I think this is volume 4 of the omnibus, so it's like collecting volumes 10, 11, 12, so volume 5? No, volume 4 of Red River. Still sad that they're not printing these as singles, but it's fine. And then we have volume 15 already of Wolf Girl and Black Prince, another series that I've been enjoying. And then we also have volume 4 of Firefly Wedding. Definitely wasn't what I was expecting from this series, but it's been a bit of a roller coaster. And then we have Kaiju number 8 B-side of volume 2. So this is like behind the scenes sort of stories that obviously didn't make it into the main story. It's sort of a bit more about like characters, like backgrounds and stuff like that. Speaking of Kaiju, we have Kaiju number 8 of volume 14 as well. Honestly, like this has been one of my favorite series as well. I'm sad that it's ended already, like the digital chapters like is now complete, which is very sad, but yeah, I really love this series. And then we have one I'm gonna butcher, the first one that we're gonna butcher today. We have Gokuraku Guy. However you pronounce it, I still don't know how to pronounce this, guys. Volume 4. I really like this cover because of this character. Then we have Snowball Earth volume 6. I really like this, where it's got like the picture in the writing. Volume 3 of Pink Candy Kiss, which is a shoujo. Then we have volume 10 of Boys Abyss. Volume 11 is like just released as well, but this is a very dark like series. Then I picked up, not a new release, but I picked up volume 1 and 2 of Rooster Fighter. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about this, and Viz keeps posting stuff on their like socials of like Rooster Fighter, and some of the panels and some of the stuff just like crack me up. So I had to go ahead, I caved, I had to go and like pick it up. I think it's up to like volume 8, I think, in physical releases. And then another personal favorite is Full Night volume 6. Highly recommend this series. It is one of those like plant hybrid kind of stories that has been getting popular, but I really like this. It's got some dark sections to it and some twists and turns, but yeah, I really like this. Some sad parts to it as well. And then lastly we have Heart Gear volume 6. So this is in a world where it's all like robots. They've taken over, save for one human girl. I've really been enjoying this series as well. It's been something a little different, and I really like their characters and stuff that we've been seeing. But yeah, I really like this series. So that's a volume 6. Okay guys, I made some space on my desk and we're moving on to the final publisher, which is 7 Seas. So we'll start off with the Danmei, because there's been 7 Seas is like not holding back on the Danmei releases and how quickly they're releasing volumes and stuff. So we'll do that first. So I was missing volume 3 of Stars of Chaos, so I just went ahead and picked that up. So now I'm up to date. And then we have volume 1 of Cop Coins, which I think this cover is really pretty. People are kicking off, or have been kicking off, just because this guy has no hair, which is like a silly thing to like get offended by. We have volume 6 of Case File Compendium as well. We have volume 3 of Legend of Exorcism, which again, very pretty cover. We have this, I think this is the final volume. Yeah, final volume of Peerless, which is volume 5, so not a huge commitment. And then we have volume 3 of Run Wild, which is a modern Danmei. And then a brand new release, we have There's Something Wrong with the Chief, volume 1, which, like, how nice is this cover as well. I started reading this not last night before, and I'm over halfway through this because I'm kind of putting off reading Eha because I just finished volume 6 and I'm scared to read volume 7. But yeah, I started reading this. I'm really enjoying it at the minute. Like, it's a solid first volume so far about an assassin and a young master of this house where he's treated extremely poorly because his mother is basically a concubine, whatever. But yeah, really enjoyed this. And this character is kind of a little confusing, with the names are quite similar, but this character here reminds me a mix of like Moran and Wei Wuxian with his like mischievousness and stuff. He's a really fun character, but yeah, very much enjoying that one so far. Like I say, it's just released. And then moving on to the manga, we have Demon Under the Waxing Moon, which is a BL, of course. Then we have a Blood Night Market volume 3. We have an exciting release. We have a Classmates Home. So this is the next installment in the Classmates series, which I'm happy that the 7 Seas have continued to license the new releases. And then I realized that I hadn't picked up Hate Me But Let Me Stay volume 4, which had already released. So I picked that up, as well as volume 5 as well, which is, there are some like traumatic things in that, but other than that, it is a pretty cute megaverse that I've been enjoying. Then we have Cupid is Struck by Lightning. A very exciting webtoon, guys. Very exciting webtoon, and got announced. We have Dear Door volume 1. And guys, this is, the story sometimes gets a little like convoluted, a little bit confusing at times, but like I really enjoyed this series. Like, I've read it, like all of it, including side stories and stuff. The artwork is incredible. These two, like their dynamic and stuff, incredible. I really like it. It's like angels, demons, and humans. But yeah, if you enjoy BL, I highly recommend this one. This was like a big win, I feel like, for people who read like webtoons. Yeah, and I'm very excited that 7 Seas are actually listening and delving into that, like, you know, series that you find on like Tapas, Tapatoon, and Lezen. I'm happy that we're getting those like licensed. Like, there've been some proper like wins for the like BL community. I missed a Danmei. We have the first volume of the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, the hardback edition, which is very pretty, really nice. They've done it like justice, and again with like the edges, like we can see Wei Wuxian down here. Yeah, I love this story a lot. I love the anime as well. I do kind of feel a little bit like, I don't know, maybe like 7 Seas is kind of milking some of these series by like releasing like the paperback version. People like freaked out, bought the paperback version, and then they announced like the hard cover edition. So like a lot of people felt a bit like, if we'd known that there was like the hardbacks, we would have like had the hardbacks instead of like buying all the like paperbacks and stuff. But I love this series, so I like had to pick it up. But yeah, I kind of feel like that they could have announced like both at the same time now. Don't know, that's just like my personal opinion. And then we have, I was very excited for this, Kamudo. So this is by the creators who do a lot of the Zelda manga. That artwork is super pretty, like the Twilight Princess series that they did, like their artwork was immaculate in that. I really liked it. But this is a new story by those creators, which very exciting to see like their next chapter and like what they do next. Guys, we have Misorganization in this pile. We have another Kodansha release, my apologies. Another one that I'm gonna butcher, Gachira Kuta, volume 8. Loving this series a lot. Really enjoying this. Enjoyed the anime as well. But yeah, I really like this series. This is a fun series. And then I didn't realize that my Ice Press releases wasn't with the Yen Press. So we're gonna quickly hop over to Ice Press releases. So we have volume 2 of Radio Storm, which is a BL. Loverboy volume 3. And then I went ahead and picked up volume 6 of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint that I was missing. And then the latest release, volume 8 as well. But yeah, that was Ice Press. I don't know like why they were in there, but back to Seven Seas. We have Dinosaur Sanctuary of volume 7. I really like this series and the fact that it's about dinosaurs. I really enjoy it as well. I don't have many dinosaur themed manga, but yeah, I really like that one. And then we have Fairy Cat volume 2, which is about a teeny tiny cat. And then we have I Forget You Starting Today Senpai. So this is volume 2, so this wraps up just this 2 volume series. Then we have a webtoon. We have a Bastard, which I've heard some good things about this, but it's not for the faint of heart as well. I've heard that, so I'm excited to get into that. And this is like a really thick volume as well, but yeah, excited to get into some trauma. Then we have volume 11 of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. This is the comic version, which look at this cover. All of the covers for this series have been like super nice. Then we have Ripples in the River. This is volume 1. Smell, which is a huge release for BL lovers as well. We're getting a lot of like releases from this author, which a lot of people are very happy about. Then we have I Can't Stand Being Your Childhood Friend volume 1. The Feisty Omega and His Twin Mates volume 2. I'm kind of a little bit on the fence about this Omegaverse story, if I'm being completely honest, from like volume 1, but happy to sort of give it a bit of a shot. And then we have Sensei's Mail Order Food, the complete BL manga collection. So this is same creator as Classmates. However, I didn't realize that this was, it says like manga collection, but it's manga slash novel. Like there's a lot of writing as opposed to manga in this. Yeah, it is, I would say like 2/3 like novel and then like 1/3 actual manga, which I also didn't realize when I picked this up. I thought it was just all manga, considering it's like the manga collection, but it is what it is. But yeah, that is everything that I picked up in October. Like I say, it was quite the haul. A lot of things to get through, but a lot of very exciting things as well. But yeah, like I say, I keep finding myself like struggling to sort of like read manga because I keep getting engrossed in like the Danmei at the minute. So I kind of like need to split my reading time equally between like Danmei and actual manga. But yeah, a lot of good stuff released this month. let me know when you've been reading, as always. Any recommendations as well, always as well, like leave down below because I enjoy reading those. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye everyone.